When you think of Manchester United, you think of the Sir Alex Ferguson era where him and Arsene Wenger for Arsenal were just battling for titles. And he quite clearly got the edge of it. But now you think of Ten Hag, Ruben Amorim, and the fact that they're 15th in the Premier League in this current season. They're at the lowest point ever in recent times at least. Manchester United currently sit 15th in the Premier League after 25 games. This is awful. They are awful. They are sitting out the drop by 12 points, so they are safe from relegation. As weird as that sounds, they are safe from relegation. Manchester United, 8 wins, 5 draws, 12 losses. They've conceded 35 goals. They've only scored 28 goals. They are currently, if you want to do the math, 31 points off top spot Liverpool, which is absolutely absurd. They are currently also 15 points off top 4, where they should be. They should be battling for top 4 every single season, if not battling for the Premier League title every single season. We are going to come in here, jump in, and help rebuild this Manchester United squad, and boy, do they need it. They need a miracle and a half. Let's go meet the horrible, horrible squad that it is. And so let's have a look at this squad. We have Onana in their goalkeeper. One of the worst goalkeepers I've ever seen. He is absolutely horrific. He has moments of brilliance, but absolutely horrific. Luke Shaw, who's been injured and will stay injured for the rest of his life. He is a great left back. When he's on it, he's on it. He's a great left back for England, but when he's hurt, he's hurt, obviously. Liam Delap, Malacia, Dorgu, their new signing, of course. I'm surprised EA actually updated the signing, so that's actually cool. So Dorgu, obviously a great young signing prospect. Won't be any use within our rebuild, though, of course. Johnny Evans, old. Harry Maguire, old, but honestly still great. Just not great, good enough for FC 25 standards. He's been their best defender, and honestly, he's probably been their best player all season long, Harry Maguire, which is insane to say. Lindelof, he's just horrible and always hurt. De Ligt, he's bang average. He should be the best center back. Lissandro Martinez, unfortunately, just tore his ACL, so he's kind of out for the rest of the season, and he should be good enough to go. So him and De Ligt are probably going to be our 2 main center backs. I'm not playing a 5-back. I'm not playing a 3-back. We will be playing a 4-back because that's just how we want to do it. Lenny Yordo is young. We could possibly loan him out this season to get him some game time. That could be a real possibility. Mazraoui, I thought it was going to be a decent signing for them. Just hasn't turned out to be. I think he's awful. Casemiro, can you say anything good about him within the Manchester United shirt? I don't think you can. He's been horrific for Manchester United. He is a horrific player. He should never left. He should have retired once he left Real Madrid, honestly. Ugarte, been injured, not really getting the game time, but he's a decent baller. Courier, decent prospect, but I don't think he has in it. Kobe Manu, their star boy essentially for this Manchester United squad. I just don't think he's that good enough this season at least. Jadon Sancho has been freed from the Manchester United hellhole, and he's loving life over at Chelsea. Christian Eriksen, he's just going to be let go. Mason Mount, injury prone, horrible player. Bruno Fernandes, I think he's one of the most overrated players in our time. I can't lie. I think he's one of the most overrated players that we've seen. He was great at Sporting, came over to Manchester United, had a good first couple season and a half. I think he's been bang average at most. Marcus Rashford getting just disrespected straight up for Manchester United after everything he's done for them. Garnacho, young but on the prospect of leaving. Ahmed, injured but good enough player for us as well. Anthony, balling out in La Liga. Shows you how easy La Liga is if he can ball out in La Liga, because he's dreadful in Premier League. Xerxes, Højlund, obviously 2 awful strikers. Rasmus has the most potential. Xerxes is awful. Rasmus is going to be good enough for FC standards. Let's go and fix out their formation, figure out what we need, see how much money we have, transfer list some of these players, and do a complete squad overhaul. This is our current best starting lineup at the moment, and my lord, does it need a change. Onana in net, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Martinez, Dalot, Ugarte, Menu, Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, Højlund, and Garnacho. The starting 11 isn't terrible. It's not great, obviously. What is lacking is the quality on the bench. It's absolutely awful on the bench. I think that is something that we can fix, most importantly in this first season. Let everybody else play here, fix the bench up a little bit, and then go from there from next season. And we start this rebuild by getting Amaranth's man himself, Mr. Victor Gyökeres, or Gyökeres, however you want to say his last name. He is coming to Manchester United. I expect this to be a forefront of the summer. This guy is going to leave Sporting in the summer for sure. Whether or not he comes to the Premier League is pretty much almost a guaranteed. I would say either Arsenal or Man United. Maybe going over to PSG, somewhere like that, Real Madrid. Victor Gyökeres. No, he's definitely not going to Real Madrid. But Victor Gyökeres coming over to Manchester United for $77 million. We also swap out Joshua Zirkzee in the deal as well. So it'll be Højlund as number 2, Gyökeres as number 1. Welcome to the club. Now a fresh transfer off the press for Manchester United is a certain man from Barcelona, Jules Koundé. Fresh off the press, it's a really fresh rumor for Manchester United. Links in to try and get Jules Koundé for the summer for Ruben Amorim. So we're going to go ahead and do it in the summer of the first season and get it done now. We're going to spend pretty much the rest of our budget. We say goodbye to Luke Shaw. I was going to keep Luke Shaw to the end, but I couldn't do Malacia because Malacia wasn't worth that much, so Luke Shaw had to get the got. Koundé comes in. He will replace Mazraoui in that starting lineup as a right back. This is going to be it for the transfer window side of things for us unless we sell some more players, but we're pretty much out of money now. We're looking just to loan out some of the youngsters to get them some game time. So yeah, Jules Koundé coming in for $68 million plus Luke Shaw. Welcome to Manchester United. Let's go through some of the transfers that have been done in here. We loaned out Lenny Yordo, Patrick Duro, Toby Collier, all on a year loan. I think most of them are actually on 2-year loans, but they'll come back at the start next season for sure. Lenny Yordo I'm the most interested about because I think he could break into this first team in the first starting 11 come next season. Who knows there? We have Victor Lindelof sold to West Ham. We have Mason Mount sold to Wolfsburg for $22.8 million. Jules Koundé and Victor Gyökeres are the only 2 players to come into the squad. Let's go see where they're at the end of the season. Gyökeres was our top goal scorer of season 1 with 22 goals, kind of as expected. Bruno Fernandes had 17 goals and 14 assists. Ahmed, 16 goals, 8 assists. Garnacho, 13 goals, 8 assists. We're going to get Marcus Rashford next season. However, we are not going to get Champions League football next season. We finished 5th in the Premier League, a massive improvement to what they are currently in real life. They can only dream of getting top 8 in the Premier League this season, which is absolutely insane. Liverpool go ahead and win the league. Tottenham have a better season as well. They get 4th, but obviously we know Vancouver EA loves Tottenham, so it won't be long to Tottenham's winning league titles. Arsenal finishing in 6th. As far as the FA Cup, it goes to Chelsea. The Carabao Cup, it goes to it goes to Arsenal, I should say. The Europa League is which we really care about. Is El Clasico is the Champions League final. The Europa League is where we were. We got knocked out to Olympiacos in the quarterfinals, so we cannot win the Europa League to get up into Premier League football. So season number 2 is up next. Let's go and get into it, and let's go sign some more players. I think we want to sign a new left winger possibly, and maybe somebody else as a left back, maybe. First signing of season 2 is a midfielder to go along either Ugarte or Mainoo. Probably go along with Ugarte, to be completely honest, because he's higher overall than Mainoo, and Mainoo is lower overall than Ugarte. But Bruno Guimaraes, welcome to Manchester United, coming over for Newcastle. Included in the deal is Casemiro plus 60 or 55 million, 53.5 million, something like that. Bruno Guimaraes, welcome to Manchester United. Welcome to the Red Devils. Hopefully you can help us win the Premier League or get into the Champions League, or win the Europa League to get in the Champions League. One of the 2. One of the 3. Obviously, with Jadon Sancho coming back from loan, I was going to just use him as our left wing, but it felt crazy unrealistic to do that because the chances are he probably leaves Manchester United anyway in the summer. He probably stays with Chelsea or goes somewhere else. So we go get another young English kid that I think can take that spot at left wing for sure over Garnacho. We go ahead and bring in Gittins from Borussia Dortmund. It's a straight swap deal. I tried a swap deal with Kvara and Nico Williams. They both wanted Bruno Fernandes. I didn't really want to get rid of Bruno Fernandes quite yet. So Jamie Gittins comes in on the club and hopefully to be our starting left winger. Halfway through the season, we sit 7th in the Premier League. We are 3 points off Champions League, so it's not like we're desperately off of there. We're 7 points off top spot. It's currently Aston Villa, and I told y'all, Spurs will be fighting for titles in a couple seasons. It only took a season. There they are, sitting in 2nd. We are in the FA Cup. We have the round 3 fixture against Sheffield Wednesday. We are also in the Carabao Cup semifinals against top spot Aston Villa, so that'll be interesting in there. And then in the Europa League, we sit 2nd in the league phase. So that's just a quick update. I will see y'all at the end of the season. We'll hopefully win the top 4, maybe Europa League champions, maybe FA Cup champions, maybe Carabao Cup champions, maybe it all. I'll see y'all there. And at the end of the season, we get into Champions League football. We miss out on the title by only 3 points. 3 points off of Liverpool, who do the back-to-back. Spurs fall off a little bit. Ignore the thing on the on the left-hand side. My controller has stick drift, so it's just going left constantly. Yeah, we sit 3rd in the league. FA Cup, did we make the final? No. The Carabao Cup, we lost to Manchester City. I seen that. And then the Europa League, I don't think we made it to the final. I think we got knocked out in the semis. We did to Feyenoord 2-1, so we're out of the Europa League final there. Top goal scorer, Gaio Orquídez with 29 goals. Garnacho played the majority of the games over Jamie Gittins. Unfortunately, it be what it be sometimes. Where is Jamie Gittins actually? Can I not do? Oh, I can't do position. Jamie Gittins, where was he? How many games did Jamie Gittins play? He played 31 games, to be fair. Just didn't score any goals in those 31 games. All right, well, Season 3 is up next. It's time to win the Champions League. We start the season off strong and not spending a single penny to do it. Nico Williams, we failed last season to bring him in. We don't fail this season. Welcome to the club, Mr. Nico Williams. Straight swap deal with Garnacho. So him and Gittins will be our 2 left wingers. Nico Williams is better and will perform better than Garnacho. Welcome to the club. We re-strengthen our left back position. Diego Dallo has been doing a good job at left back, but it's time to bring somebody else in that can do a better job. Nuno Mendes, not from PSG, even though he is playing at PSG in real life. He's actually currently at Sevilla, so we go double shopping at Sevilla. And in fact, he's not at Sevilla. He's at Athletic Club Bilbao. We go double shopping at Athletic Club. This one, we do give them money, but we do give them another player in Mazzarri, the right back, because Koundé is always going to be our right back. So we do him plus 60 or 55 million, something like that. 55 million plus Mazzarri. We keep Dello as a backup option. Nuno Mendes comes in as our starting left back. All good, all good, all good. We spend 80 million on Mr. Vitinha over from PSG. So we don't even include a swap deal. So we have Manuel Ugarte, we have Kobe Mainu, we have Bruno Guimaraes, and now we have Vitinha. So we have 4 first-team regular footballers on our squad. I'm going to change Vitinha to CDM so he actually fits in with the squad. And our 2 center defensive midfielders, probably starting through all the simulation, will be Vitinha himself and Bruno Guimaraes, with Ugarte and Mainu on the bench, just growing through, hopefully training and all that stuff like that. But Vitinha, welcome to the club. That is pretty much all of our budget done now. So I will see y'all at the end of January, at the end of the Champions League phase, and then we'll go from there if we are still in the knockout stages, where hopefully we are. Halfway through the season, we sit 2nd in the league phase, so we get to skip out on the playoffs. The top 8 is very stacked, and holy cow. Leverkusen, Man United, PSG, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich are in the top 8. That is absolutely insane. Going through the playoffs, we have Braga, Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, AC Milan, Sporting, Leipzig, Monaco, Genk, Athletic Club, Juventus, Porto, Sevilla, Athens, LASK, and Bologna. Missing out first time, it's Celtic. Inter Milan miss out. Feyenoord, Benfica miss out. Frankfurt miss out. Salzburg miss out. Galatasaray miss out. Galatasaray is usually a strong European side there. They miss out here on European football. We do have Carabao Cup semifinal action against Tottenham, where we're actually down 2-0 in the first leg. The FA Cup, are we still in that? There's a chance we're not in it. There is a chance we're not in it. We're not in it. We lost in the third round. Who the hell did we lose to? We lost to Fulham in the third round. And then in the Premier League, I actually haven't seen this. We sit 7th in the Premier League. That is not good either, but it does not matter. If we win the Champions League, then the rebuild is over. So let's focus on Champions League football. Let's get there. First leg of the round of 16, and we get SC Braga out of the Portuguese league. Let's go through the other matchups as well. Leipzig versus City, Chelsea versus Leverkusen, AC Milan versus PSG, Real Madrid versus Monaco, Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid, Bayern versus Sporting, and Barcelona versus Borussia Dortmund. Let's go ahead and jump to the first leg here. We should cruise past SC Braga with absolute ease. We go ahead and win 3-1. By the way, Vitinha is actually a cam now. We changed him to a cam because it's quicker and he's better as a cam than a CDM. So Bruno Fernandes, although he just scored 2 goals, he's technically not supposed to be our starting cam. It is going to be Vitinha if we get to Champions League final, where we're up 3-0 in the first leg. So I'm just going to quick sim past the second leg here via the calendar and then hopefully get through. And hopefully we can keep winning in the Premier League as Luton Town, for albeit gets up in the Premier League. That could be the team we rebuild next, to be honest. And we win 4-1 on the day, 7-1 on aggregate. We are into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Quarterfinals of the Champions League, 8 teams standing in here. They are Man United versus Real Madrid. You've got to be kidding me there. Atletico Madrid versus Leverkusen, AC Milan versus Leipzig, Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. Wow. Let's go ahead and jump into here. Can we get the quick sim win on the first leg against Real Madrid? 3-2 win, massive win. We go away from home with a 3-2 lead. Second leg, can we get the win? We 1-1 draw. We're through on aggregate. Semi-final of the Champions League, we get Barcelona. We take down one side of El Clasico, and now we get tasked with taking down the other side of El Clasico. It's FC Barcelona versus Manchester United. It's Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid in the other half. Let's go and get into the first leg. First leg here, it's Barcelona versus Man United at home. We lose 3-2. Ansu Fati with the brace, Jonathan David, and in fact, Williams Jr. scoring the 87th minute actually just gives us hope for the second leg, so we'll take it. Second leg here, we're down 3-2 at the new camp. We win 3-1 on the day. Williams Jr. 95th minute winner. 5-4 in aggregate. And in the first time of asking, when the Champions League final? Miracles happen. 5-4. Are we going to be taking on either Leipzig or Atletico Madrid? Please give us Atletico Madrid. It's harder. It's a harder game against Atletico Madrid than it is against RB Leipzig, in all honesty. We'll see who we get, though. Champions League final in Germany versus a German team. This is not fair, but I have played a Champions League final controlling Manchester United at Old Trafford, so hey ho, it's not the complete worst outcome, but it is Manchester United versus RB Leipzig at the Schalke Arena. One chance to win the trophy, one chance to complete the rebuild. Let's see if we can do it. Obviously, our lineup, y'all know our lineup now. Onana's managed to stay in the starting lineup. It is going to show as a back 5. It is not back 5. It is Mendes at left back. Obviously, Koundé at right back. Gekkeres as a striker. Williams and Ahmed Diallo on the wings. Vitinha as a cam. Bruno Guimaraes and Mr. Who's our CDM? Bruno Guimaraes and not Mainu. It's Ugarte as our CDM. And it is RB Leipzig's lineup here. Gulaski in net. I see Romero in there. In the back three of Pavard and Jimenez alongside Romero. A midfielder, Gakpo, Gravenberg, Lubaka, and Llorente. Xavi Simons as the cam. Watkins and Openda as the striker. Let's go and get into there here in the Champions League final. Gekkeres, Ahmed Diallo to start the game off here. Manchester United have the lead. Ahmed Diallo taking the lead in the first 3 minutes of the game. And the Red Devils lead here in Germany. 1-0. Williams Jr. into Gekkeres. And Manchester United on the counterattack. Double the lead here. 30 minutes into the first half. 2-0 for the Devils. Llorente down the right-hand side. Marcus Llorente in the box for Openda. Luis Openda blocked by De Ligt. Jimenez, Gakpo out wide. Receiving the ball back now for Gravenberg. Gravenberg in for Romero. Back to Gravenberg. Out wide for Gakpo. Can Gakpo get a cross in? He try and find a pass, intercepted. Williams Jr. now going to counterattack them and trying to get it to 3-0 before halftime here. Williams Jr. into Gyökeres. Back to Ugarte of all players. Into Vitinha. Vitinha into Amad Diallo. He scored the first. He'll assist the third. Maybe no. Gyökeres is offside anyway. Halftime. 45 minutes to go between us and the Red Devils becoming champions of Europe once again. 2-0 up at the break. A corner for Leipzig. It's nothing for Leipzig. Maybe on the rebound. Jimenez. Can he get it back out wide for Gakpo? Cody Gakpo now. Labatka in for Simmons. Simmons! He finds the back of the net, and Leipzig are back in. It's 2-1. They draw one back in. They cut the lead in half, and they have life here. Williams Jr. trying to get that lead back to 2. Can't do so, and a chance for them to counterattack here to completely cut out their lead and draw a level here. It's Nusa down the right-hand side. Substitute for them. Nusa, Watkins, his shot blocked, but it'll fall perfectly for Gravenberg. His shot saved by Onana. Gakpo will let it go out for a goal kick. He actually touched it out for a goal kick. Wow, diabolical. Bruno Fernandes is coming on for Vitinha. Gittins on for Ahmad. And Kobe Mainoo on for Ugarte. Corner here for Leipzig. The 5th of the day. It comes into the box. Bruno Guimaraes heads it away. Romero back in the box. Xavi Simmons, who scored the first one for Leipzig, working to get a second. And they're working it well. And they will get the second. They will draw level. Man United bottle it. Openda splits our defenders, and Openda to ruin the United dream. 3-2 for Leipzig. It's a complete breakdown from Manchester United. Gittins, last chance. Williams Jr. Williams Jr. draws level here for Manchester United. The Red Devils save their game, save their season. 3-3. Another 30 minutes is looming. And Gyökeres makes it 4-3. Manchester United back in front right at the start of the first half of extra time. I got to take a look at this, though. Oh, and they're just going to show POV angle, unfortunately. I mean, it was a great finish. I seen that. I didn't see the build-up. I was drinking water. It doesn't matter. Oh, here it is. And Williams Jr., a great through ball into Gyökeres. Just splits the defenders. 4-3 for Manchester United. Back in front. Gravenberg. Openda! Onana with a great save. It'll fall for Cody Gakpo, out for a goal kick again. Watkins is in behind, and Ollie Watkins trying to push it to Pence. He will push it to Pence. 4-4. They draw a level. Nusa down the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Ollie Watkins to win it, and Ollie Watkins to win it for Leipzig. RB Leipzig will win. Manchester United quite literally just lost in the last second of the game. They're going to get a yellow card for something, but here is the end of the game. Manchester United 4, RB Leipzig 5. The rebuild, I mean, we got them to Champions League final. Something they won't be in the back for at least 4 or 5 more years, maybe even longer. Manchester United lose on the final game day. It's a brace for all 3 of their goal scorers, including the game winner from Ollie Watkins in the 120th minute. The ex-Aston Villa, who's just gone down to Liverpool 1-0 in real life time. I will see y'all for the next rebuild or next video on Monday. Until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.